Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so this is from ECOI.net. IRB, Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada. The Fairgame policy of the Church of Scientology, the people who are targeted by this policy, whether it is still practiced today, which it is, and if so, how it is used, whether it is practiced outside the United States. It's only from 25 years ago, but, what do I know? In a 4 September 2000 article in Christianity Today, Craig Branch, director of the Apologetics Research Center in Alabama, described the Fairgame policy as follows. A suppressive person who is an enemy of the church may be deprived of property or injured by any means, LAPD, by any Scientologist, LAPD, without any discipline of the Scientologist. A suppressive person may be tricked, sued, or lied to, or destroyed. Paulette Cooper come to mind? According to Craig Branch, the persons targeted include not only former members, but also those who oppose the movement. Christianity Today, 4 September 2000. He also believes that Scientologists still employ the Fairgame policy, though they deny it. Deny. The Church of Scientology apparently canceled this policy. That's funny. On 21 October 1968. Scientology 2003 Alpha. In a letter from the High Command Office, signed by Ron Hubbard. Founder of the movement. Apologetics Index 23, March 2001. Fairgame.org. However, Christianity Today reported that many court cases have found that Scientologists still operate under Hubbard's principles of aggression. 4 September 2000. Imagine that Christianity Today can find this out, but LAPD kind of looking like they're aiding and abetting right now. I'm just saying. Nevertheless, the church denied that it ever encouraged its followers to act against other people. It's a short story, which is a lie, by the way. Its followers to act against other people, saying that fair game is a term which is often intentionally misinterpreted. The church went on to explain that the term meant that apostate members could not seek protection or refuge under the church's internal ethics or justice codes. Scientology 2003A. Two sources reported that the California Supreme Court found Scientology guilty of intentional and negligent infliction of severe emotional harm in the 1989 case of Larry Wollersheim. Imagine how bad it is for the kids. Christianity Today, 4 September 2000. See also Washington Post, 10 May 2002. The church stated that the reason it had gone to court so many times in the past was that it was upholding the right to freedom of religion. Wow, where have we heard that before, you guys? Which includes abusing children. And ensuring that its rights and the rights of its members were safeguarded and that a few unscrupulous individuals, they always do say that, had abused the legal system in an attempt to line their own pockets. You guys ever heard of projection? During a 5 March 2004 telephone interview, the director of InfoSect provided the following information about the Fairgame policy. Despite the public denunciation of Fairgame policy, it is still practiced in private. The director corroborated the information on the Larry Wollersheim case and said that the group had also been found guilty of espionage in 1992. How about that, LAPD? According to him, Scientologists do not appreciate criticism or questions, no matter how minor it may be, but they generally do not feel threatened by the average detractor, because, they have to label people that ask questions. Kind of like the last 5 years, but, what do I know? The church itself stated that members are free to leave without repercussions. Lies. The director of InfoSect said that the members of the Church of Scientology had participated in a demonstration opposing his organization in Montreal on 4 November 1992, and in another on 30 March 1993, in which Raelians also participated, 5 March 2004. These demonstrations would indicate that the Fairgame policy is not used only in the United States. A sociology professor at the University of Alberta corroborated that the Fairgame policy seems to be practiced outside the United States, particularly in Denmark, 10 January 2003, the United Kingdom, and Canada, June 1998. Professor, 25 April 2004. The professor shared his point of view on the Fairgame policy, as well as anecdotes of his own experiences. In the attached document, which was sent to the Research Directorate on 25 April 2004, this response was prepared after researching publicly accessible information currently available to the Research Directorate within time constraints. This response is not and does not purport to be conclusive as to the merit of any particular claim for refugee protection. Please find below the list of additional sources consulted in researching this information request. I'm going to click on one, see if it's still there. Oh. So, some of these links are... That doesn't do anything. Rick Ross. I like Rick Ross's stuff. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.